Well, I think Musk is partly right. If you had someone who said the problem is no longer starvation, it's obesity, you might think, well, really, that's true of some places and not other places. It's true of some people and not other people. And Musk is right about large parts of the world, and he's wrong about other parts of the world. Where he's really right fundamentally is that more and more of the world is drifting towards the low fertility end. So lots of countries which did have too many children have too few. India, we now hear, is down to replacement, which is good, but how low will it go below?
Really?
It is indeed, about just slightly over 2. China, we know, has long been below, and think how big India and China are as populations. So what effect that has. So there is this global drift almost everywhere from fertility being too high to being too low. Now, if you take the global view, if you look at the total number of people in the world, you could say, well, it's probably growing at a reasonable level now, but that's not really a valid way of thinking about it. You can't say, oh, they're a bit short of people from Korea. In Korea, ship them in from Djibouti, or there aren't enough Italians, but we can always substitute with Nigerians. I mean, there's always a place for migration, but you can't just swap humans around. There are cultures, there are countries, there are views on immigration, somewhat more, somewhat less. People are not fungible. You can't just ship people around from high fertility to low fertility countries. So, in essence, the way the world is going, Musk is correct, and on current trajectory, we will have too few people. And where there are too few people, civilization does start collapsing, as we see in parts of Russia. For example, very hard to keep the infrastructure going when there aren't enough people to maintain it.